Brian, how's it going?
Good, very good, Clifton. Thank
So
you.
I love my technology, right? I love that we are starting to look at gas furnaces with a bigger idea, right? Not just a gas furnace. I love my diagnostics, right?
Right.
I'm big at teaching our students, that it's easier to work on new equipment than most people realize.
Correct.
Right? This is a unique animal. Any chance of taking covers off at all?
Yeah, I can take the covers off.
Yeah,
Take a
let's
look at it.
give them a peek at what we're actually looking at here, because it's probably not what you expect to see inside of a gas-fired furnace. Yeah, we see our PVC, right? So we know that we got a condensing gas furnace. But there's some other things about this that is very unique. Most of us know NAVIEN from water heating, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't think of NAVIEN as a gas-fired air-moving component.
Correct.
Right?
We're hoping that happens very shortly.
All right. Oh boy. All right. Now we're talking about new technology, right? We spend a lot of time as we're out traveling to shows talking about how our industry is changing and that technology is really moving us into a new generation of technicians. Not exactly what you typically see inside of a condensing gas furnace, Brian.
Correct.
All right.
Correct. So what we're doing here is we're doing an indirect heating of the air going through your air stream in your house.
Right.
By hot water. So what we have here is basically a hot water coil with a blower and a mini boiler, all self-contained in a unit.
Sure. Oh,
So
wow.
what we have is we've increased the comfort level of the home. There's like a comfort wave in your home, and we're flattening that comfort wave out by doing an indirect heating of the air.
Instead of a high temperature rise, a modulated temperature rise over a longer period of time.
Correct.
Nice airflow, so we're filtering the air better as well in the long run.
Right, longer heat pulls.
Yeah.
So we have a fully modulating boiler with an ECM fully modulating blower on it.
All right, now we're getting somewhere.
Now we're talking about efficiency.
Yeah,
so we're
absolutely.
up around the 97% efficient category,
Okay.
right?
So we're modulating what, like 35 to 100% or 20 to 100?
So that's a good question. Right now, I don't know what the exact test results are.
Okay.
I believe it's at least a 15 to 1
oh, wow.
turn down
Nice.
ratio.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
very, very low modulation.
Yeah,
So we're not going to short cycle.
Yeah.
What we want are nice, even low runs.
Yes.
A lot of parameters built into the controls where we can go in and tweak the run times, we can tweak the CFMs,
Sure.
we can slow them down, we can
Adjusting
speed them up.
comfort, adjusting efficiency a
Correct.
little bit, or water usage.
Right.
Maybe. Yeah.
Basically how it works is obviously just like a standard furnace, you're going to get a heat call from your thermostat.
Yep.
The only difference being is we've got a boiler and a pump that is going to circulate water through
Sure,
a hot
through our hot water coil.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is our tank, a reservoir tank that is going to hold water in it.
Yep.
It can be manually filled, or you can have a live feed to it. So either way works, right?
Okay, so it is a remote reservoir capable unit.
Correct.
So like a good distilled water or something
Yes.
like that. Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay.
So if you don't have easy
clean water,
plumbing access or clean
Yeah,
water, you can
exactly.
fill it yourself.
How about that?
There are sensors built into the tank.
Yeah.
On the screen, it shows the tank level.
Okay.
So when it gets low, it will tell you it needs to be filled if you don't have a live
If you're
feed.
not on a
If it's a live feed,
Yeah.
there's a solenoid valve
solenoid
that'll
for
open
opening,
it.
sure. So we've got a level detection plus a solenoid.
Right.
Sure.
So the advantage on this thing is either running it by itself, or you can even pair it with an air source heat pump and really get some high efficiencies. Because now, because of the full modulation, we can actually run both simultaneously.
Because of the lower temperature rise. Oh my gosh.
Right.
A true dual fuel at the same time.
Very well could be, right.
Yeah, because when we talk about dual fuel, we're used to running a heat pump, not running a gas furnace at the same time because of temperature load on the coil. So therefore, we typically shut off a gas furnace and run the heat pump, not at the same time. We could with this.
Yeah, so we're going to run them simultaneously. So you have the furnace only or the heat pump only, and we have this big gap between.
Absolutely.
Now we can supplement, and we can run those heat pumps slower. Okay, they can't achieve the entire heat call, but maybe 90% of it.
Sure.
This can kick on
That's
for
your
the other 10.
supplemental. You've got my attention. That's technology, and that's really how we're solving. When we start looking at, a lot of times we're looking at cold climate heat pumps and the technology that gets us, high heat capabilities out of heat pumps at low operating conditions. But that's not feasible in all parts of our country.
Right.
Electrification is a wonderful idea. It's the right thing to do in many applications, but there are Also applications it's not exactly feasible. So now we have the ability to still use heat pumps for our purpose, getting those high COPs in certain operating conditions. But if I'm in an area where I get down below -10, -15, and I still need a significant heat load to maintain my comfort of my structure, my load capacity of my structure, I'm liking that idea.
Well, the perfect example, I live in Minneapolis.
Sure.
So that you just described,
That's you.
15, 20 below.
Yeah.
Heat pumps are always looked at as maybe an option, but not fully functional option, right?
Sure.
But now we can pair it and we can hit those high heat calls. So
Yeah.
when we're going to market this, the first thing we're going to market this is on comfort.
Yeah. Oh, why
Because
not?
if you're not
Absolutely.
comfortable, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then the efficiency of it,
That
reducing
follows.
those heat costs,
Yeah.
very important to do that.
Yeah.
And then basically the functionality of it is going to be the third marketing, the things that we can tweak to make it work with the heat
Right.
pump. Give you a perfect example. In my home is all wood basically.
Oh, boy.
And the old furnace that I had in there, I could not humidify that.
Drying it
home
out
in
like
the wintertime.
crazy all the time. Yeah.
Could not, even a steam
Yeah.
humidifier could not get
Could
my
keep
house
up
above
with it.
30%.
Sure.
With this, 40, 45%, 50%, no problem. Because it's the indirect heating of the air, right?
It's
So
not high temperature rise.
it's
wet bulb,
consistent low.
moving moisture out of the air. That's kind of a game changer. I love your hot water heating devices. I never thought about, and I don't know why I wouldn't have thought about it. It makes perfect sense.
Well, the
Duct to
feedback
heat
we're
in.
getting
Yeah.
is amazing right now. Guys are very excited to see this come out in the market.
I am very excited.
Another advantage, though, also is that the people that are aware of NAVIEN, same error codes, a lot of the same parts,
So onboard
some of the same repair,
diagnostics.
onboard diagnostics.
Oh, so the same kind of diagnostics that we're used to seeing
On the tankless
in our
water
tankless water heaters. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we have something.
Yeah, it's exciting. We're looking forward to it. Should be coming out probably in September of this year.
Makes sense. Get it ready for fall.
Right, exactly.
There you go, everybody.
Heat call.
Here's your solution to your true hybrid system. Cold climate heat pump matched with a water source heating. Thank you so much, Brian.
Thanks,
Appreciate your time.
You're welcome.